Hello everyone, welcome back to day 7 out 30 days of our AWS cloud journey. I'm Chayan and today we are going to talk about something cool that every cloud engineer uses. That is Amazon CLI. Amazon CLI generally stands for Cloud Line Interface. Where and by the end of the video we are going to use about the access key, secret key to real world about the AWS commands like launching EC2 instances, S3 buckets and much more. So let's first about understand about the CLI part. What does the Amazon CLI do for you? What are the access key, secret key we generally have? In the last class, we have talked about the IAM, like we create a users, we create add permissions. So here, the next level concept comes is the access key and secret key. First of all, let's understand about the why we generally need a CLI part. Why? Uh, quickly, why CLI is generally needed. CLI generally stands for command line interface as we have talked about. This is command line. So what we were doing into the AWS cloud, we were launching S3 buckets by manually or the graphically part. So CLI generally helps to interact AWS directly from the terminal, like to automate the tasks, to write the scripts, or to manage resources without logging into an AWS account. Suppose what we were doing, we were going to the AWS account, like this was our AWS account. We were going there. We were clicking like we know the step. We have to lodge instance. So we have to click on this. Then if we have to create the S3 bucket, we have to. So we were going through a terminals part, but we were going to a console. GUI part, but here we do each and everything by launching everything from a terminal only. Like that is the terminal only. So terminal generally comes a play of a CLI part. Okay, so why generally it matters to it? Why this CLI generally matters? Like the main question is why CLI matters? Because we are into a world of it automations world. So DevOps is always equals to automations because it provides us automation. We don't have particular access, so it makes everything as an automated pay. Then Jenkins, the further DevOps tool Jenkins, Terraform, GitHub Actions, all CLI, all uses CLI behind the scenes for their particular room. Like if you have heard about the Terraform part. Okay, what is Terraform? Terraform also works behind the scene as a CLI part. We will deep dive more into the upcoming lectures. We will create a separate videos onto a Terraform. But right now, just focus on the CLI part. Uh, this Terraform, if we are talking about Jenkins, this GitHub Actions, so there's a lots of tools. So basically, CLI is faster and responsible and repeatable and scriptable. Okay, like it's basically the faster is one of the major functions we generally will use. So but to use CLI you need your IAM credentials. That's why we the access key and the secret key comes into the play, which we have just discussed in the yesterday's class, the IAM policies. Okay, so to access this particular CLI part we generally need two of these things uh, to access our CLI part. Okay, so now let's talk about what is access key, secret key. What's access keys and secret keys? Okay, so access key is something like use username. So if you remember, we have created one IAM users. Okay, so from the IAM users, we have username and we add a passwords. Okay, we have got this particular two things and we have this given over there to log in and we were logging into our separate AWS accounts. Okay, the same thing, access key and secrets key are for the CLI part. Okay, this both are for the CLI part. This access key generally comes on for the username. Same username is there and secret key is nothing but your password, but for the CLI purpose only. So two together that allows a CLI to authenticate with the AWS part. Okay, but the important to keep your knowledge in that never share your shared keys or never share your access key, secret key. Never hard code them even in the code because always use the AWS configure command. We are going to check it out how to use the AWS configure command to put this access key and secrets key part and how we are going to use AWS from the CLI part. So let's do one thing. Let's quickly jump to the practical part and let's check it out what we have to do. So first of all, we are going to quickly launch EC2 server. Let me write the steps, what all those things. First of all, we are going to launch EC2 instance. With the EC2 instance, I will show you how you can connect with the Git bash. Git bash is Okay, after connecting the Git bash, we are going to install AWS CLI. What are the commands to install the AWS CLI? After installing AWS CLI, we are going to perform some command line interface like creating a bucket or creating EC2 instances. We are going to attach some policies. So like this way, we are going to quickly create all this particular part. So let's quickly move to the practical world and let's quickly create our first working with the CLI part. So this is our CLI. Let me quickly again change. Yeah, this is our AWS account. Okay, don't worry about it. This is our AWS account. And let's quickly, first of all, create the EC2 instances. You guys already have been aware, so it will be quick go through for you how to create EC2 instances. So let's quickly launch instance. We are just launching instance with a minimal part, like nothing big configurations. So let it open and let's give a name as AWS CLI. You can give any name to your EC2 instances. Just scroll down. We are using the random selected machine, Amazon Linux only. Nothing more. T2 Micro. Going with the T2 Micro, we don't want much. We are just using this free tier, so we more won't be charges. Then scroll down, selecting key pair. I have a test key pair. If you don't have, you can just create a new key pair and you can just write any name. Okay. Now, subnet VPCs. We already talked about subnet VPCs. What generally comes in, allow HTTP as. Let's quickly give the storage as 20. So depends on you how much you want to give. I don't know. Okay, wait. I'm just facing 20. Yeah. So I'm just giving 20 storage over here and nothing else to be, and I'm just quickly launching my instances. Before launching, let's quickly create a users. Let's quickly open IAM into a new separate account, new separate tab. Here our EC2 has been ready. Okay, let's quickly open our IAM users. Let's quickly create a users. So it will be a quick, good recap for you how to create a users, how to attach policies. So we are going to attach two policies today. That is first is the S3 one and another will be the EC2 one. So let's quickly go to the users. Let me do one thing. Let's quickly create one users. Okay. And we'll attach the EC2 policies later on. So users name will be like, I'm just giving my AWS CLI. Okay. Provide management console. Just go to next. I'm attaching policies directly. I'm just giving policies today as the not administrative. Let it quickly give as a S3. Okay. S3 full access where he can just where we are going to create a bucket, launch bucket, delete bucket, something like that, where we are going to cause a list. Let's quickly create the users. The user has been created. Our EC2 instances have already been also launched, completed. So we talked about there were two ways to directly connect. So today we are not connecting from here. I will show you the one more way to connect. So there is a get batch. How to connect from it? Let me quickly show you. Let me quickly open the git bash. Just a second. It's taking some little bit time. So if you don't have git bash install, you can just quickly go and install the git bash for you. So let me open my git bash. It's taking a lot of time. Yep, I guess the git bash terminal is up. Okay, so let's do ls, control C. Let's quickly go to the downloads. Okay, we are into downloads. Now, what's the command to connect with our uh, EC2 instances? So the command is to connect it ssh-i, and you have to provide your PAM file, the PAM file which we have created. So let me quickly check it out. It's taking some kind of time. Let me check the PAM file name, which I just created and downloaded. in my local system. Okay. Yeah, it's come. I guess it's just got a little bit hang up. Okay, so we have to just provide with the SSH hyphen I, and you have to just write the EC2 hyphen users, and you have to just paste the public URL which we generally copied from there. Okay, so you have to just hit enter, and it will just ask about, are you sure want to continue? Yes, we want to continue. So you can see we have been connected with that particular kind of machine which we connected with the direct instance bar. So today we connected with the Git bash bar. Now we are into the machines. Let's quickly install our AWS CLI part. So I will try to provide you the commands into the description, or otherwise you can just I will just post it on my GitHub account, so you can just take a refer from there. Okay, so first of all, we are just updating all the libraries here into our system. Now moving forward, the next command is we are downloading the CLI like curl installer. So there's nothing to do. You have to just paste this particular curl command. You have to just hit enter. This has been downloaded the package, and we are going to quickly unzip, just save and paste, hit enter. It will take something 2 to 5 minutes to unpack. Moving forward, we have to, I'm just again copying the next command. Yeah, the package has been unzipped. You have to just hit enter with this particular command. Don't worry, I will just provide you this all this command to the GitHub link. You can just go there and you can install. So now our version has been installed. So how you can are going to verify? So there is a was any AWS version. So you have to just hit enter and see, yes, our things has been particularly installed. Now, what's the things like? As we have discussed, we have installed the AWS CLI. Okay, now I just talked about, let's quickly check, are we able to list the S3 bucket, what we generally have? S3, AWS S3 LS means here we have to list the things, but they have said unable to locate credentials. You can configure credentials by running AWS configure. Means we have not attached the credentials till now, so we are quickly going to configure the credentials. So we have to write AWS configure. We hit enter. So what they are asking, they are asking first of all the access key ID and the secret key ID. So let's quickly again go to our EC2 instances, and let's quickly create our I am users. Okay, you have to go to the, this is our users. We generally create a AWS CLI. You have to go to the security credentials, scroll down, access key, just quick down. We are going using for the command line interface. I understand, nothing to be worried. Just go next, description value, just create access key. So this is my access key and secret key has been confidential. Let me quickly copy and paste over there on my account. This is my access key. I just pasted. I will be just quickly pasting the secret key. Just hit enter, and the default regions like where you want to access. So we are just moving like AP South 1 or AP East 1. So let's quickly launch it in AP South 1. Let me quickly check. Yes, we are launching into the Mumbai region, and nothing. You have to just hit enter. Now, if you do AWS S3 LS, so you can check it out. We have created, we already have these three buckets in our AWS bucket. How? Let's quickly cross check. Are we have these three buckets? So we have again, wait, let me quickly show you. Yes. So let me go to the S3 bucket and just open the bucket, and let's quickly cross check. Do we have all the three buckets name which has been the showing towards? So our S3 is been getting quickly launched till now. Okay, so here you can check it out. We already have these three buckets and they have this showing, and everything we have been accessing from the CLI part. So that's one of the major things we have comes up. We are able to access this particular things. Now let's check it. Wait. Now, what we'll do, we are going to quickly create a S3 bucket, okay, from our CLI part. Before moving forward, let's quickly do some kind of practical. Let me quickly show you more things from the CLI commands. Okay, so now we have, if you want to list all the IAM users, what all the IAM users you have, so you can just write AWS IAM list hyphen hyphen output table. If you hit enter, so we don't have a permission because we don't have a administrative access with now. Okay, why this happen if you again AWS EC2 LS, so they will show what all those things we have. These are the main kind of parameters. But while we were listing out this particular IAM users, they said an error occurred, access denied when calling. Why this happened? Because we have not provided any kind of permissions. We have just attached this user a permission only the S3. So he can only create, he can just only delete, he can only just see the S3 bucket. So that's why privacy matters over here. So we'll do one thing, we'll quickly update our credentials and we'll quickly forms our, let me quickly show you the buckets, I guess. This is OSC bucket. Let's quickly update the permissions. So let me go to the IAM and let's quickly update a permission to the administrative access. And so we'll do quickly the two things. We are going to first of all the create a S3 bucket from the CLI part. Okay. And once the S3 bucket been created, I will show you the little bit about the EC2 instance also. You can go launch from the CLI part. So let's quickly add the permissions. Add the permissions. What all the permission? I'm just giving right now the administrative access, but it's not good practice. But for the demo purposes, you can add permissions according to you, like what all those permissions been needed. So I attach with my administrative access. Let's quickly go to our working terminals. We are back here. Let's quickly list down all the I'm users. So see, we have been on the user's name as a AWS CLI. So let me quickly do one thing. Let's me quickly create one more user by name. I guess my screen will be not visible. So let me just quickly create attaching the policies, attaching any kind of policies. Just let me quickly create the users. So I have created one more users. If you again list it down, so see, there is a user has been created. The user's name is create. So what we have done users IDs is this. When we created, we just created on this particular day. So like this way, you can just list it down and you can access the CLI part. Now let's quickly do one small demo. Let's quickly create a EC2 bucket, S3 bucket from the CLI part. Okay, so I already have a command with me, so don't worry. Let me quickly show you what all those things you can just part. So we have to create a bucket for the S3. Okay, so you can go to the AWS S3 help. So when you go to S3 help, you have to just hit enter, enter, enter. What are the arguments you need to pass? You want to copy, you want to sync. So once you are just proficient with CLI part, so there's no worry about it. So let me quickly do. Okay, let me just quickly create a bucket. So what is the bucket constraints, location constraints? What we want? We want in AP South 1. Okay, anything location constraints, nothing. You have to just provide with your some kinds of bucket name. So let me uh, I'm just I already have command with me. You can just same user like I'm just creating a bucket with the name Chayan demo bucket 25 and the region I'm just using AP South 1 and the bucket configurations and the location configurations I just need to create in AP South 1 only. Okay. So once we have hit enter, the bucket has been created, location has been this. Okay. Now suppose if you want to quickly ls if my bucket has been created or not, so AWS S3 ls we generally have the command. So here you can check this bucket has been successfully created. So what we are doing, we are doing everything by the CLI part. We are not doing anything from the GUI part. Same thing you can achieve for the GUI part, but like towards more automations word, we generally use this kind of access key, secret key, but to perform more kind of this operation. So that's it about all about access key, how you can just create, how you can just quickly perform kind of this. If from this particular access key, as we have seen the demo of S3, so I just give you some kind of task. You can just create same thing from the EC2. You can just create your own EC2 instances. You can create access key by limiting the permissions only. Then after creating the EC2 instances, you can do lots of thing over there. So just try to do this kind of practical, so you will get some more of the hands-on. So best practice for using the secret keys, like don't give the root access, like we have just given for the administrative access for the working purposes. Okay, so you can define the policies and the permissions by yourself. So using IAM role for the automations, this kind of things generally been used. So that's a wrap up. And to summarize, we have seen about how you can install AWS CLI part, configure it with access key secret key. We have tested with some real commands, and we have just learned some kind of, we have just created S3 bucket from the terminal part. So learn how we can be a CLI like a DevOps Pro. So in day 8, we are going to explore about how we can learn about the AWS Lambda function, how we can create functions, Lambda, and how it's been used in the industry. So all right, guys, if your CLI is working, drop a comment like CLI is ready, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on day 8. If you have faced any queries, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. See you soon in the next video.